and welcome to Wheats, and it is tincture time, guys. One of my favorite things to review here on your marijuana review show. We are taking a look at a product from Select. We've reviewed quite a few things from Select in the past. They're sort of the jack of all trades of marijuana companies. We've reviewed carts. I think I've reviewed disposables. They're in a lot of different markets. Select, they're selling a lot of different products, and one of those is the tincture, and they have a pretty wide tincture line now. Have had it for a while, with a whole bunch of different kinds of dosages and mixtures between THCs and CBDs and different potencies and yada yada yada. So this one here I purchased at a dispensary in Long Beach for $50, I believe. And it is a pretty good value for what you get inside of this box. And it is a little confusing. I'll show you here. So this is a 1-to-1 tincture, 1-to-1 THC CBD. Supposedly 1 milligram for 1 milligram. However, that's not actually true. It does say there, this is the unflavored 500 milligram THC, 500 milligram CBD. Well, actually, there's a sticker up here clarifying it's actually 600 milligrams THC and 513 CBD. So you get a little extra. Great. Who doesn't love that? And then, as I said, this is their unflavored. I think they also have like lemon and ginger, other things. And on the side, we've got our dosing sort of guidelines. They recommend that each full dropper is 10 milligrams, which is a single serving. And they say this whole tincture bottle has 60 droppers in total, which makes sense for 600 milligrams of THC. So we've reviewed a lot of tinctures here. I really like tinctures. They usually work pretty well for me, and I absolutely love the form factor. We'll be doing this one sublingually, like we do with most of our tinctures, under the tongue, which means it actually comes on quite a bit quicker than if you were just taking it like any other edible. The effects can start to hit as soon as about 15 minutes and really get going at about 45. So let's go ahead and get this opened. I was looking. Okay, so this is an MCT oil based tincture. I was wondering what their base was, and it is MCT oil, which is basically just coconut oil. So it is coconut oil, but just a specific chain of molecules, I guess. Okay, so let's open her up. Our 1-to-1 drops. Now, I'm not particularly a big CBD guy. It's not something that is especially helpful or useful for me. I don't really get a lot of benefit from CBD. More power to everybody who does. I'm glad you really enjoy it. I don't dislike CBD. It's just, it doesn't seem to have much of an effect on me. But I will definitely keep an eye out because this one is almost equal parts CBD in here as well. We'll see if that makes me feel any different than the normal THC review. So, like all of our weed reviews, we're going to do, tincture reviews. We do 100 milligrams, not the whole thing and not just a single dropper. I like to do that as our baseline for pretty much every tincture. So that would mean 10 full droppers of this is going to be our dose. We'll see how that goes. I'll probably do 2 or 3, 4 on camera with you. And then the remainder that I will be doing, the next, 6, 7, I will probably do on a live stream. I've been doing a lot of live streaming. Thank you to everybody joining in. And I'll probably do a little bit more there. So I hope to see some of you guys join in for our live streams. Anyways, I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to go ahead and open this up and get this process started. Smells like nothing at all. Not a thing. Okay. I'm expecting this to taste very neutral, as MCT oil tinctures normally are. Not able to get the full milligram. It's only about the 75. Got to keep that in mind. Have to do maybe closer to 13 drops in total. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. What? Oh, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Roll around there. I could roll it around, get all the under the hole. Oh, okay, that's all I'm gonna do. Um, there are various opinions about how long you should leave it. I usually go for about a minute or two, and that seems to do the trick pretty well. And as I suspected, largely tasteless, just that vaguely kind of coconutty oil aftertaste. But it's so it's just it's really it's not a big deal at all. I took 3 droppers full, and don't even feel like I need to rinse my mouth out or anything. Um, so in terms of the unflavoredness of this tincture, it is really unflavored. So we've done our first 3 or 2.5 worth droppers there. I've got another, we'll say 10 to do because I wasn't able to get the full 1 dropper. And as I said, I'm going to hope to do some of that with you guys on a live stream before I wrap this review up. Oh, I think I forgot to mention, like all of our week's reviews, after I do my 10th dropper or so, about 2 hours or so after that, I'll come back here and let you guys know if this select 1-to-1 CBD THC tincture is as good as I am hoping. Until then, stay high, stay healthy. See you soon. Hi guys, I am back about 3.5 hours after our first journey with the select 1-to-1 drops, 600 milligrams of THC, and the very specific 513 milligrams of CBD. That's not how much I did. I did about between 100 and 150 milligrams would be my guess, which is probably between 80 and 120 milligrams of CBD. And a lot of you got to hang out with me while I was reviewing this. We did a little bit of a live stream, and I appreciate everyone who tuned in. And to all those who were there, you probably remember that I liked this quite a bit. This is very good. An affordable tincture. I see it for about $50 normally, which is already a good deal for 600 milligrams of THC. And then you get the added bonus of that 1-to-1 CBD, double your cannabinoid goodness. So normally the CBD stuff doesn't really do a lot for me. I'm not a big, huge user of CBD, or even sort of, I don't really get the too much of the positive effects. I respect it as a product. It's just not super effective on me. But I did notice it here. The high I'm experiencing is way more relaxed even than normal. Sort of very, very pleasant kind of experience. Less cerebral than normal for me, not really. Neurons really aren't firing quite as much, but I feel very at peace. So I'm going to attribute that to the almost equal amounts of CBD in here. So this select 1-to-1 unflavored drops gets a really, really big thumbs up for me. Like it quite a bit. My dog's thinking about barking, but she's not going to. She's not going to. She really wanted to. So yeah, huge thumbs up for me. And before I bounce here, guys, I want to share with you a little cherry on top, a little something that you can enjoy, that I can share with you that isn't necessarily about weed. In this one, you may not want any weed before you check this out, because it might be a little too much. I'm going to recommend a couple of books from a Japanese illustrator. It's manga. I'm sorry, I'm a nerd, I guess. It's only the second one I've ever read, so don't judge me too harshly. The artist and writer is a guy by the name, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it, Junji Ito. And the two books I want to recommend from him that are utterly grotesque, I mean truly some of the most shocking images I've ever seen somebody put pen to paper, but I mean that in the best kind of way. They are depraved in the most wonderful kind of cosmic horror-y sense of depraved. And those are Gyo, again, probably mispronouncing it, which means fish in Japan. And the other one is Uzumaki, which means spirals, and it's all about spirals. And I think Adult Swim is going to do some kind of adaptation. I've talked a lot about Junji Ito. Don't mix the two. That's my advice. Definitely try this, and definitely give Junji Ito a shot if you're a fan of gross stuff. But keep them apart. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for this review here on Wheats. Really like the select. Give a huge recommendation, my boy Junji. Whatever. However, I'm sorry. I'm still very high. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay high, stay healthy, and we'll see you for the next review. I'm hoping my dogs aren't going to trip me. They might. We did it.